Hi, my name is Naomi. Today I'm going to show you how to make a green smoothie. The great thing about green smoothies are they're a great way to add more greens into our diet. And making your own smoothie is so much better than going out and buying and spending your hard-earned money on a smoothie that is full of sugar. And yeah, it may have a lot of protein, but what you're getting is something that is just not even worth the amount of money that you have to spend. These can easily be $5, $6, $7. You can make a wonderful, fresh-tasting smoothie at home. It tastes even better than that, and it's more healthier for you. So let's get started. I'm showing you my ingredients. These are the greens that I'm using. I love using chard. This happens to be red chard, also known as Swiss chard, which comes in a variety of different colors. Perhaps you've seen rainbow chard or regular Swiss chard, which is white. This happens to be red because of the red pigment here. It also darkens a lot of the green leafy area. The reason why I like it is because chard happens to have a great flavor. It's excellent for you, full in fiber, and it's got protein. Another thing is the taste. It tastes like it's already seasoned. When I taste it, it just doesn't have that strange bitter taste. It's really lovely. You can actually cook with this. You can make wonderful ravioli. I just love chard. A great thing to do when you're adding greens is to, when you're making a shake with greens, a lot of times people find it hard to eat greens because they think it's just bitter or it doesn't have the right taste. A really nice way to do shakes is to add fruit. Fruit are nice and sweet. Most people love fruit. Fruits that are very sweet that can help balance out the flavor are bananas. You can use apples. I don't have apples today, but I'm using a banana. Another great thing you can do is add peaches. Peaches are in season right now because we're in the spring, and I live in Georgia, so peaches are, awesome. They just make everything taste so beautifully in my shakes. I also have some strawberries. I'm going to put these in whole with their actual with the green part. A lot of people take these off, and I used to take them off too, and then I found out they're loaded in vitamin C. And I'm going to use a Vitamix. I didn't always have a Vitamix, and you certainly don't have to use a Vitamix machine because they are pretty expensive. I have found them to do such a wonderful job, though, in breaking down the ingredients and pulverizing them so I get the smoothest of smoothies. But again, if you don't have one, that's fine. Just chop your ingredients small enough so that your blender can handle it. That's really the difference between a regular blender and a Vitamix or any other high-speed blender such as a Blendtec. Another thing I like to do is add a sweetener. I'm using some stevia, and like I said, a lot of fruits are super sweet, like apples, pineapples, bananas, but I always like to add just a little bit of stevia. Stevia has no calories, and it's an herb, so it's not this artificial thing I'm putting in. I'm also going to add some salt. Salt is a great way to add a little balance when you're making something that's sweet. Just a little bit of salt goes a long way. And I'm putting some ice in as well, so I get that lovely smoothie, and some water. So let's get started. I'll go ahead and add my water. As you can see, I don't have a lot of ingredients. This is stuff anybody can buy. And I'm going to put it right back up here. So I'm going to add my greens, and I'm just going to break them up like this. If you have a regular blender, you're going to want to chop this up to be about 1-inch pieces. Because I'm using a high-speed blender, one of the benefits is I could just throw things in almost whole, but small enough so that it makes it not quite as difficult to break down. And I'm just going to add just a few strawberries, my peach, my banana. The amount that I'm making right now is good enough for 3 or 4 people. I try to add my liquid in first, if you notice, then my fruit, then my ice. Basically, putting in the softest ingredients like the water, and then the less softer, the fruit, and then the hardest thing, which is the ice. Salt isn't that hard, but I just happened to forget about it. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit in there. Yeah. So that's it. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Okay. So follow me over to my blender. And now, if you notice here, the color is not quite green. It's more of a brown color, and that's because of that strong red pigment. But usually it's green. If you have spinach, you can use spinach. Kale, you can use kale. You can use any kind of lettuce, as long as it's I would recommend like romaine lettuce. You can use spring greens. You can use red leaf lettuce. Just not iceberg lettuce. It doesn't have very many nutrients, and the whole point is to increase your diet with more nutrients, more greens. But greens are definitely the most beneficial. Now I'm going to taste this. This is really good. I taste the sweetness of the strawberries and the bananas. There's no bitterness whatsoever. I know this color might look a little funky to people. They're thinking, oh, that color looks kind of off. But let me tell you, the taste takes care of you. This is amazing. It's not too sweet. There's not, I didn't put a mix, a shake mix in here. It's just fruit and greens. You can add as much as you want. The idea here is that you have your greens, you have your fruit, and you're putting in fruit as a sweetener because fruit has natural fiber in it, which helps break down those sugars slowly into your bloodstream. Let me show you some sweeteners that are actually really tasty, and they are a good idea, but I try not to use them simply because they are concentrated sweeteners. And one of them is honey. Honey tastes so good. I really recommend getting raw honey, though. Raw honey is full of pollen and wonderful things that are great to clean your system. It's a superfood. But, again, I also have coconut nectar here. I have sorghum syrup. But what I really wanted to stress on is the importance of using whole fruits as sweeteners because they still have their fiber. Another awesome sweetener is dates. Dates have a large pit inside, so always make sure you take those out. They're super sweet. Kids love these. These are full of so many vitamins and minerals. So anyway, go ahead and get started today. This is a great way to lose weight, actually, because you're getting a lot of fiber, you're getting your protein. You can always add more protein, like hemp protein powder. But this is excellent. So enjoy.